But suddenly my words reach someone else's ear.
You may not know this, but Clint Eastwood was in a musical, and he sang multiple songs.
Then I got gold fever.
This is Paint Your Wagon, a 1969 musical western comedy with a star-studded cast and a big budget.
They started at 10 million, ended up at 20. I think it grossed 30. They expected better than that. It was considered one of the biggest flops ever.
Since the release of Paint Your Wagon, there have been much bigger Hollywood flops, but if you ask Larry Morrison, the real benefactors of this costly film were the folks that live in rural Baker County, Oregon.
It was a huge deal for the town, just a huge thing for the town. A lot of money came into town.
Larry's a Baker City local, history lover, and a former laborer who, at 18 years old, helped build the elaborate set pieces for Paint Your Wagon in the summer of 1968.
Did you have any idea about what the movie was like?
No, I did. Never even heard about it. You know, I got a call to go to work, and so I went out there and signed in.
Get your hands on that! That lunatic tried to kill me!
Paint Your Wagon is a famously strange gold rush musical where Clint Eastwood and Lee Marvin sing their way through frontier life, share a domestic arrangement, and wallow in mud-soaked mischief. All right, so I watched the entire 2.5-hour movie, which includes an intermission, and I'll tell you, it's not horrible. It's got some pretty good special effects, but I will tell you that the musical comedy western genre, well, it kind of only caters to a certain crowd. This movie left such an impression on Baker County that a corner of the Baker Heritage Museum is dedicated to the film and some of its expensive set pieces.
There weren't computers where you could, you know, take an AI and take a town, so they actually made a model of it. And this model here cost $72,000 in those days.
There were many reasons the film went over budget, but one major factor was the location.
You used to drive up here in the bus every day?
Every day in the bus.
In the script, Paint Your Wagon was set in California, but the filmmakers decided to make the movie in Oregon, in the middle of Wallowa-Whitman National Forest, which required hauling hundreds of cast and crew members down a bumpy, steep forest road, 45 miles from the comforts of Baker City.
But this is gorgeous. This is just, I can see why they wanted to film here.
How could they say no when they saw that?
Yeah.
It's difficult to get here, but you can actually visit the film site. A Forest Service sign marks the spot at the edge of Eagle Creek where the fictional town No Name City was built.
So, in a summer, you guys built a whole city.
Yeah, they built the whole city down here, right across there. And then they also had Tent City, which is up about a half mile.
Paint Your Wagon wasn't a Hollywood blockbuster, but its production and legacy definitely left a lasting impression on this rural Eastern Oregon community.
I just hate to see it get lost. I mean, the reason Baker is the way it is because of this kind of area and these experiences and just this kind of stuff.
From Baker County, Oregon, the film side of Paint Your Wagon, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the Backroads.